Hey guys, Travis Wynn here. Thanks for taking a look at this video. Today we're going to discuss how does a court overbid process work. Okay, so if you're going through probate and the seller, the administrator, has limited authority, the sale will need court confirmation. So basically how it works is, you'd hire a real estate agent, list the property, and gather as many offers as you can. Just like normal, market it, bring as many offers in as you can. And after you accept an offer, that offer is taken to the attorney. The attorney goes and gets a court date, which is typically about 5 or 6 weeks away, depending on how busy the court is. And once that court date is there, the judge will confirm it, will confirm the sale. However, what's unique about this is on that court date, a buyer can come in and overbid that original price. I'll give you an example of one that I was recently involved in. It was a property in LA. It was a distressed property. It needed court overbid, so the seller had limited authority. So we put it on the market, collected as many offers as we can. With this particular property, we had about 12 offers. It was listed at $575. We ended up getting $600,000 for the property. So out of the 12 offers, 600 was the best price. It was all cash, pretty clean. All contingencies were dropped before we got the court date. So the attorney gets a court date, and it was about 6 weeks out. So during that 6 weeks, the property was still marketed to see if any other buyers wanted to come in. What was unique about this one is during that time, LA adjusted some of their zoning. So you were able to add, ADUs, 1, 2, or even 3 units, and they were going to make it easier to do. So with that being said, and the size of this lot, it made it a little more valuable. So come that 6 weeks, everybody shows up to court. Everybody being me, I was a realtor for the seller. The seller was not there. They were out of town. They couldn't be there, but the attorney was there, and there were 3 overbidders that showed up as well. 4 overbidders that showed up as well. 3 new overbidders plus the original buyer. So we get there. The judge calls everybody up. Is anybody here to overbid? Those 3 people said, yes, we're here. And also anybody who's there to overbid has to bring a deposit check of 10% of whatever the final price is going to be. So everybody checks in, and that 10% deposit, the winning bidder would turn that over to the estate. So this property, it started at $600,000. That was the original bid. The first overbid price was 5% of that. It's roughly about 5% of the original bid. So in this case, the bidding started at around $630,000. So judge asks, anybody here will pay $630,000 for this property? A few people, raised their hand, and he went up in increments of 10,000. So then he went 640, people raised their hand, 650, people raised their hand. They ended up running this property all the way up to $850,000. Yeah, $850,000 from $600,000. So in that span of 6 weeks, the estate ended up making an extra $250,000 just from this overbid process. And the winning bidder, obviously they had a check, they had their deposit check for, for $85,000, non-refundable. And when somebody does do this, when somebody does end up winning the bid, they take the terms of the original contract. So there are no contingencies. There are no inspections. It's a done deal. If that buyer ends up backing out, they could lose that entire $85,000 deposit. So they ended up taking the terms of the original buyer. The original buyer gets their deposit back. We put the new buyer's deposit in escrow, and you end up closing in about 20 days after that. It's basically just pushing paperwork. So I hope this video helped kind of explain how that court process, the overbid process, works. If you do have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. I also have a booklet here which explains that process and also, has a diagram in there of how everything works. Thanks for listening and have a great day.